All right. So, hey, Azah, welcome to the Conspire Bitches podcast.
Hi, great to get this welcome. I listened to your podcast, so this is an honor.
Oh, good. Well, so you agree you're a fellow conspiring bitch.
I am a conspiring bitch. Not really in the Big Brother house where you need to be one, but I am one.
Well, I mean, you did something right because you got to top 3. So, conspiring or not, you got there.
Thank you.
I did want to talk to you about this though, because you were the last girl standing. You were the last girl in the final 4 of guys. You actually had the chance to go the route of either, doing the whole all girls alliance thing or kind of choose more of the guy side. And you chose to evict Hannah and go more with the guys. Mm-hmm. What made you decide this route?
So this route was decided some weeks back. When I was in week 6 and looking at us getting to 6, which was around week 9, I was looking at my position in the alliance and how I could get to those final 2 chairs. From seeing my position, I could see that Tiffany and Hannah were working closely together, and I could see that they're working closely with Kai too. So I knew I wouldn't have an in there, and I wouldn't be a second or third, and definitely not first. The other options I had was Big D, that was my close ally at the time, and Xavier, and that's why I proposed a final 3 with them, because I knew at the 6th, if I were on the block, I would need 2 votes to be able to ensure that I would stay. I knew at 6, if a girl won head of household, a guy was going to go out. If a guy won head of household, a girl was going to go out. Unfortunately, a guy won head of household. That guy also had approached me before HOH telling me, can we not target each other? I said yes, but I was planning to go for it. He told me, I'm not going to put you on the block. Can you not put me on the block if you win at 5? And I accepted the deal because I accept 100% of my deals. And when I got to 5 by process of elimination, unfortunately, I had to target Hannah.
Mm-hmm. So now, knowing what Kyle and Xavier and Derek F were planning all along, would you still have targeted and evicted Hannah?
I would have. And I say that because, I still have time to go through and read messages and see things, but I knew that Big D did not want to get rid of Kai, but I knew that X wanted to get rid of Kai. There was a consensus amongst the 4 of us, Hannah, me, Big D, and Xavier, that Kai was an option to get out. Now, amongst Big D and Xavier, Tiffany they wanted Tiffany to get out too, because of the actions that happened in week 6 and that happened in week 9. I knew that Kylan would be someone that Xavier and Big D, at least Xavier would not want to bring the final 3. So I bet my horse on that and was hoping for Kylan to get out at 4. And then at the final 3, I was playing to do as best as I could to win that final HOH and hopefully get in one of those 2 chairs.
So I saw your conversation with Derek F on the live feeds, where you pretty much said that you were okay with getting 3rd, but you were not okay with Xavier getting 3rd. What was your thought process on that?
I wasn't okay with Xavier getting 3rd, yes. But at the same time, I signed up for this knowing that I had to get to final 2 by winning this final HOH. I didn't want to impede on a deal that had already been created that I had knowledge about between Big D and X if I had known what I signed up for in the first place. So because of me trying to stick to my values, I wasn't going to try and game X into taking me over Big D instead. I was banking on me winning. I wanted to win that final HOH and I wanted to get to those final 2 chairs. And how I do things is I pick a boat and I place that bet on that boat. I did not want that option of me, losing and end up being 3rd. But I didn't feel that Xavier deserved 3rd. I felt like I deserved to see at those 2 chairs. But I didn't want to impede on that final 2 because I knew what I signed up for in the beginning and I wanted to respect the final 2 that Big D had made. But if the position and power were in my hands, I didn't feel like he deserved 3rd. Mm-hmm. I felt that and when I say he didn't deserve, I don't mean that I felt he deserved to win. I felt he didn't deserve 3rd.
Because you wanted to win.
Yes.
So for you were like, I'm getting 3rd or I'm winning. So you would have taken Xavier to the final 2 had you won that final HOH.
I would have. And up until that last week, me and Xavier both knew what our bets were. We're going to make a final 3. And we were either, if we won at the final 3, we're taking Big D. So we were either gambling for first and third, and Big D had second place. We had these conversations constantly, so we knew what we were setting up for.
Because you knew that you could beat Derek F.
Huh?
Because y'all knew that y'all could beat Derek F. Is that why?
I mean, I wanted to bring him because he was my best friend, but I felt that I believed in myself that even if it was difficult to beat X, who was a competitor and showed himself, I believed that I could do it. And that would mean either winning the part 1 or beating Derek F and then getting to win at part 3. So we both knew what the gamble was. And honestly, Big D was in a great position, and just 2 weeks into just started just like doing stuff that made me like, bruh, I don't think I even want to take you. Yeah.
So I remember your little welcome package, you know, where you were being introduced to all of us was so cute. And I remember you saying that you were boy crazy and that you had to like, you had to keep your blinders on because you couldn't let the boy distract you. But you have a crush on Xavier, don't you?
I do. I told myself, I said no penis. I said this before I came here. I told everyone before all my interviews, I was like, no penis, not gonna happen, because I make great decisions as long as men aren't involved. And I mean, he's just fine. He is. Couldn't help it. Fine, nice guy, happened, end up liking him.
And now he's rich.
I feel like I know. He is rich. Yes, he is rich. I tried to be as objective as possible in this game. I tried, did my best. Probably didn't seem that way. People probably felt I cuddled with him too much, but I am a cuddler for the streets. I'm an equal opportunity cuddler. I cuddle with every single person in the house. So, but yeah, I wanted as best as I could to gravitate away from that. But I mean, he's fine.
Do you think that that's something that could maybe develop outside the house?
I think I need a little bit of time to process.
Yeah, you are. Welcome back to the real world.
Yes, welcome back to the real world. I would like to, take some time to process on things. I think he's extremely attractive. I will own that. I mean, I've owned when I've been petty in my votes too, and voting people out. So I think he's extremely attractive. I don't know. I have no idea what will end here. It'll be interesting to see, with no game hampering us or anything like that, if that is something that could happen. But at this time, I'm completely fine as a friendship. I'm just, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. But it's been a while. It's been a long while.
It was a long summer.
Yes.
So before we go, I do want to settle this conspiracy once and for all. There's a lot of talk and questions and conspiracies around who created the cookout. So first of all, I don't even know why we all care so much, because the fact is that the cookout existed, but we want to find out who we give credit to for it. So whose idea was it?
Okay, well, I'm first say it wasn't me. So I came in the house, definitely wanted the African-American winner, me. And 5 other people had that same thought, There's something that we call the Black people nod. It's something where you see someone like the grocery store where you're like, yeah, what's up? I got you. And we all did that when we came in. And the people who did approach me, I will say Big D approached me, and Xavier came up with the name. So I thought that they created it, but I'm finding that, no, Tiffany created it. So I'm like, okay, I mean, I definitely want to give credit to his sister if she created it. The people who approached me, I just gave credit to people who approached me about it. So I think that's something that's going to have to be settled between X, Big D, and Tiff. I don't know. I didn't create it. I was happy to join. I'm so happy to have been part of this season. It's pretty amazing and monumental. But I wish I could help you with that one, girl. I don't know.
So the conspiracy goes on.
Yes, it does.
Well, thanks for talking with us today. Thanks for conspiring, and congratulations on top 3. You played a great game and deserve to be there.
Thank you, Kat. Much appreciated.
Bye.
Bye.